Well, this is one of those places that most people just pass up. I'm at Hedgan Lake right now, not too far from Yellowstone National Park. And I decided to show my wife this place because this was the night the lake shifted. There was an earthquake around 10:45, 11 p.m. at night that literally collapsed a mountain. And needless to say, it took out a lot of people, unfortunately, but you can see all this right here. And you might want to watch this because it gets better, all right? But you can see all the pylons, and you can actually see some of the foundation structure in the lake down there. Hopefully you can see it. I know the glare is a little tough, but you can see all the concrete and stuff like that. And then you see this old broken down cabin behind me. And then just off to the side over there, there was the outhouse. And there was a woman by the name of Grace Miller that used to have a cabin out here. And it went into the lake. You know, kind of like this one right over here. So, most people don't stop here. Most people don't even know about it. But if you ever come out to Montana and you're going to go to Yellowstone National Park, there are a couple of areas inside the park that talk about this. And if you ever make it to Quake Lake, which is the next lake down, which was created by the earthquake, it tells you the story of what happened here. As you can see, that's what's left of the cabin that went into the lake. And then Grace Miller's cabin actually was a little bit farther down. It went into the lake and then made its way around to the other cove. Unfortunately, there's nothing left of it, and you can't even see the remnants of it anymore. But I figured I would show you this. Because, you know, if you ever wanted to move to Montana or anything like that, this is one of the things you got to keep in mind. If you move to southwest Montana, there's a lot of fault lines out here, like a whole bunch of fault lines. And we see earthquakes all the time. Now, we don't have anything super devastating yet, but who's to say it could still happen. But you can see what happened. I mean, and there's another spot of Hedgan Lake way off down that way. You know, it's literally way out on the other side of the trees, on the other side of that bluff that comes out. And you'll notice there's no trees on it whatsoever. Well, that was where the lake had actually uprose. And so everything that you see over there that doesn't have any trees was actually the lake bed at one time, previous to 1959. But let's take a look at these cabins real quick. I'm not going to go jump in the water for the other one, but you can see they did build these things pretty quality back in the day. As you can see, this was actually more of an A-frame barn style roof. It's been, you know, decrepit for quite a while. It collapsed. We have a clause in Montana that is called let lay and decay when it comes to old cabins like this. So they don't maintain them or nothing like that. But you can see what this one looked like. And then when you come right up over here, here's the old outhouse. As you can see, it has a concrete floor in it. Right there. That's the old pooper box, basically. Now this one was dual-sided. I believe this was actually part of the resort that used to be out here. You can see here's the other side of it right there. So this was an actual lake resort at one point. And then 1959, the earthquake decided it was going to take it all back. The lake basically had massive waves that were going up over the dam. And there was actually a campground just down on the Madison River, which now they have an information center right there. And the information center is really not that far from the campground itself. The only difference is the campground is actually buried. And a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people were freaking out because the water was rising like 3 feet a minute, I think, or something like that. But anyway, I just figured I would show this to you. You guys can check that out one more time. And just, you know, keep this kind of stuff in mind, because if you move to Montana, we do have earthquakes, and that's what they can do, all right? So you guys take care. I'll see you next time. If you liked anything in the video, leave a like in it. Hit that subscribe button if you're interested. Share the video with a friend in case you want them to check this out. And don't forget your notification bell, all right? Later.